Welcome back to the channel. We've got a pretty exciting video in for today. And that's because MSI have sent us out a box of goodies. Now ahead of the launch of their new peripherals, they've gone ahead and sent us out some in this box for us to take a look at in today's video. So let's go ahead and see what's inside the box. Now I, like anyone else, enjoys a nice good new mouse or keyboard. So I'm hoping to see some exciting items inside this box. We'll just go ahead and get this open and see what exactly we've got inside. Now look at those goodies. Doesn't that just look good? I think we'll go ahead and get the box on the floor and then we can take a look at each item individually up on the desk. So this is everything that was inside that big box. We've got 3 different variations of mice, 3 different variations of keyboards here, and a really awesome looking controller. Now this isn't going to be a review video of any item in particular. If there is anything that catches your fancy and you would like to see a full review video, then kindly let me know down in the comments and we'll see what we can do. But in today's video, we're just going to take a look at the new peripheral lineup that MSI have to offer as a whole. We will take a look at the packaging, of course, as I know there are plenty of you out there who like the packaging just as much as what's inside. So these are the 3 keyboards in the lineup. We've got the GK600, the Strike Pro Wireless, and the Forge GK600 TKL wireless keyboard. Now I think you'd agree with me that they all look incredible from the pictures on the box. However, I must admit this one right here is taking my fancy. So I think it's only fair we take a look at this board first. Now I said I'd show off the boxes for those of you who love good packaging, and if I turn it over you can take a look at the key features and specifications. Pause the screen if you want to read in more detail. Now for me, I love a good compact design keyboard and I think this board looks awesome. I'm a big fan of the keycaps here, especially the little MSI logos down here. I'm also a big fan of little screens on keyboards at the minute, and this little 1.06 inch display can show battery status, time and RGB settings, which is great. Compatible with Windows or macOS with 3 different connection modes, 2.4G wireless, Bluetooth or USB Type-C using the cable provided. 2 adjustable feet underneath so you can find a comfortable wrist angle. Lovely sounding linear mechanical switches, which are also hot swappable should you decide to pick up some new switches. Then of course there's all the RGB that you're ever going to need, because we all know that RGB makes you play better. Next up in the keyboard lineup we have the GK600. Again, I'll turn the box over here so you can see the key features and specifications on this keyboard. A full-sized wired keyboard this time for those of you who love a numpad. A really cool aluminium alloy top cover gives this a really great overall aesthetic. There's a smart dual touch volume control on the upper right hand side of the keyboard for controlling all of your multimedia. The keys are spaced really nicely, which certainly helps with precision when typing, especially with the ergonomic high-low keys. You can actually have 3 onboard profiles with this one as well, so you can switch between a setup for gaming, work or productivity, which I think is awesome. Some nice cable routing and adjustable feet on the underside, and of course we still get some RGB. Last but not least, the Strike Pro Wireless, another full-size keyboard but this time wireless. This one has a more stealthy look overall compared to the 2 previous keyboards, which ties in with just how quiet this thing is to use. Again, on the top right we get some extra controls to easily adjust volume, screen brightness, or control all of your multimedia. Comes with a memory foam wrist rest, 3 programmable M keys can be used for in-game macros, and the RGB can bring the stealthiness out of the shadows, especially when it's time for some gaming. There are again 3 onboard profiles should you need to switch between different activities, and the switches are also again hot swappable for ultimate customization. So that was a quick look at the Strike Pro Wireless, GK600 and the Forge GK600 TKL. 3 awesome looking keyboards for your work, productivity or of course your gaming needs. But I want you to let me know down below in the comments, What one is your favourite? Now let's go ahead and check out the mice. We've got the Versa 300 Wireless, the Versa 300 Elite Wireless, and the Versa Pro Wireless. Let's take a look at the Versa 300 Elite and non-elite versions, as they look quite similar, but there are some differences between the two. The design is pretty much identical at first glance. There's a nice scroll wheel, a DPI preset button, and 2 buttons on the side with a nice diamond textured pattern. However, on the Elite version, we get some RGB here. The RGB LED MSI Dragon logo is a nice touch, and the same on both mice. It is certainly one of the cooler looking logos out there. Both mice do offer tri-mode connectivity, so you can get connected via cable, Bluetooth, or 2.4G wireless using the provided adapters. There's a slight difference in weight by 5 grams, with the Elite being 65 and the non-Elite being 60 grams. You'll see up to 80 hours of playback from the Elite and 50 from the non-Elite version. But even 50 hours is still a great amount of battery life in my opinion. Solid looking and performing mice for the gamers out there. Now a little step up in versions, let's take a look at the Versa Pro Wireless. Same style as the previous mice, but with some more obvious differences here, especially with the extra buttons that I noticed right away, which now means we get a total of 11 buttons. Leveled up ergonomics too, with this resting area for your thumb. The Omron optical switches feel awesome and responsive, with a lifespan of up to 70 million clicks. Challenge accepted. You'll also notice the mouse sitting on a dock. This is the Mouse Dock Pro and allows you to wireless charge your mouse. Attaches with a simple magnetic design that will hold your mouse in place whilst it charges. I also love to see that we get the same RGB in the dock as we do on the mouse itself. It feels really awesome in your hands, and overall this is a really solid gaming mouse. Finally, we get the Force GC300 wireless controller. The GeForce GC300 is actually a continuation of the popular MSI Force GC30 controller. Now I can already tell from first glance that I am going to love the feel of this, as I am one of those who prefer the split layout of the thumbsticks. It's actually available in both black and white, and I've got to say, I think the white looks awesome. As expected, it feels great in your hands. This for me is as comfortable as it gets. I could probably use this for hours without any issues whatsoever. There's 2 rear buttons on the back which can be programmed, and that's always nice to see because you always need extra buttons. I love to see that you get 2 level Hall effect triggers too, so there's a light tap or a full pull. Some really nice anti-slip side grip texture. There's nothing worse than when a controller is totally smooth. Again with tri-mode connectivity, so you can get hooked up via the cable, 2.4G wireless or Bluetooth. So guys, that was a quick look at the new peripheral lineup from MSI. Some really awesome items here in this mix. I'm particularly fond of the Versa Pro wireless mouse and the Forge GK600 keyboard, but I'd love to hear in the comments, out of all these products, which one is your favourite? A big thanks to MSI for sending these out ahead of their launch so I could take a look at and make some content for you guys. And of course, a big thanks to you for watching. Until the next one, I'll see you soon. Bye for now.